pulses through my veins. My eyes reflect the beauty you didn't give me the attention I was hoping for. Is it possible that you want more? I just want you for myself. You had to leave early, and I didn't even have your number. I was afraid to never see you again. Give it all to my baby, all to my baby, all to my baby. 'Cause I trust her a little, trust her a little, trust her a little. I remember last time you said you slept with that other guy. That's why it's hard for me to trust you another time. Give it all to my baby, all to my baby, all to my baby. 'Cause I trust her a little, trust her a little, trust her a little. I remember last time you said you slept with that other guy. That's why it's hard for me to trust you another time. My friends and I were at a party. I wasn't counting on you. I watched myself alarm clock ticking in the night. You were my eyes, the most desirable girl. You didn't give me the attention I was hoping for. I've had your warmth and I stared deep into your eyes. You kissed me softly and stroked from your hair from your head to the back. Give it all to my baby, all to my baby, all to my baby. 'Cause I trust you a little, trust you a little, trust you a little. I remember last time you said you slept with that other guy. That's why it's hard for me to trust you another time. Give it all to my baby, all to my baby, all to my baby. 'Cause I trust you a little, trust you a little, trust you a little. I remember last time you said you slept with that other guy. That's why it's hard for me to trust you another time.
Alright, let's see if we're live here. Go ahead and switch on over. See if I can get my audio going just right. Just gonna try to run a little bit of music here in the background. How's everybody doing tonight? I am doing pretty good. Just gonna try to enjoy this Sunday evening. Do a little bit of work around my base here. Hopefully everything is coming through just fine. I'm not sure what to think about the music. I've got a little music player going in the bottom corner of the screen here, and I think it works pretty good for the start screen, but probably gonna go ahead and kill the music. Let's just pop over here real quick. Bring it down. We'll stop it. Get rid of the player. There we go. Still trying to figure things out. You know, this Twitch and streaming it's all new to me. So, but anyway, I'm Darkwing Dave, and welcome to Darkmoon Kingdom. This is my private Bedrock Realms server. So, but the plan today is to just do some work around the base and see what we can get done. I'm going to actually try and do a little bit of prep work for an upcoming YouTube video that I want to do. Going to start a world tour, and obviously I've been on this world for, well, about 2 years now, and there's a lot of stuff here. So figured if I'm going to start doing content online, I might as well start off with a world tour. So that's what I'm going to work on. But anyway, take a little sip of water here, and then we can get started. I also need to bring up my list on the other screen, so that way I can see what it is I was planning to work on here. Also need to shut off that music over there. And a couple of other changes real quick. So that way I can get started. Give me just a moment here. Just going through some notes, trying to see what it is I need to do first. Okay, definitely need to do, gotta finish stocking up on the bamboo. I left the boxes out. I do remember that. Those can go with that. I've got so much randomness here. Gonna be making some signs later. I haven't decided if I want to do them in warped or in crimson, so I may have to mess around with that. This here is my lazy chest. I come back to the workshop if I've got things that don't quite fit into storage, or if I have some things I just need to move out of my inventory temporarily and get back to within, a few minutes or so, I'll just dump it into here. But it looks like it's starting to fill up. I've definitely got some things I need to go put away at some point. So this is kind of some of the things I might be doing on stream. Just typical grindy work, hanging out, cleaning up stuff. But let's see if I can check on a couple more settings real quick. See, that might work out well for me. All right. So here we are again, back on the Darkening Kingdom, and I'm gonna get started. If you're just joining, hi, I'm just doing some work around the base tonight. So let's see, first things first, I need to go take care of the shulker boxes I left out in the storeroom last time. Let's see, some boxes over here. I need to, let's move some of that over. So this is blocks. These are blocks. So that is the wrong box. Let's throw those in there. Oh, and I still got this glow lichen on me. Hold on, let me put that away real quick. It's right down here. That one's empty. There we go. Back to the storeroom I go. All right, so let's see. Let me grab some of this out of here. I'm just gonna move it over to this box, because this one I kind of got named, and it's a darker green color. If I'm gonna build anything with it, I'll take that box with me. This box here. Just trying to keep things organized with shoulder boxes. It's kind of a learning process, but these light green boxes I typically keep around the farm just to move stuff around, to organize things. Okay. So we'll come back over here. Now I need to make some planks, so that way I have planks ready in case I decide to build with this stuff. So let's just grab some of this out. That should make a, I think, now technically I should leave all these in this box, put this box away, because that is the blocks that I might want to take with me to build somewhere. So I'm going to put those in there. This is for items. I don't actually have a box. Oh, well, I do. It's right here. This is the planks. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll grab some more of these blocks out. Maybe we try to put it right next to it here. Grab some of these out and make some planks. So we'll just convert all these over to planks. Try not to click too many times. I don't want to end up with stairs right now. Throw these in here. I know this is probably not the most interesting thing to watch, but I figure if I'm going to be doing stuff around here, I might as well be streaming. So, it is what it is. We'll get to the fun stuff in a little bit. Oh, look at that. I got plenty of those now. And I made too many. Who saw that coming? So, what we're going to do with that, we always need chests. So, the extra, go to chests. I still have 6 left. What am I going to do with that? Well, I can make some rafts. I can make some sticks. Let's make some sticks. That was a quick decision. Chuck this in my stick box. Probably gonna need to keep the stick box out. Here, let's just pop it over here. And we got a few blocks left in that one, so we'll go ahead and throw that one back in the barrel. All right. Well, let's see. So I got some sticks. And I believe what I'm going to be doing is making some signs. I just have to figure out if I want crimson signs or if I want warp signs. I haven't quite decided yet. So maybe I'll make a little of both. Let's see. I know I had some crimson over here. So we'll grab some of that. Grab some sticks. And we'll make some signs. Let's just do a few. Just to start. And the goal here today is that since I'm going to be doing a world tour video, and honestly, it's probably going to be a world tour series because I don't think I can fit this entire world. I mean, just my base alone would probably take hours. So, unless I'm going to, really cut it up and transition it just from like one place to the next, I just don't think that's going to work. So, what I'm going to do is a series. And if for nothing else, just for record that, hey, I was here once upon a time, I built stuff, and it's going to be online. Friends, family, and anybody else can just go check it out. See, what did Darkwing Dave do? What was he up to? What did he build? And a lot of times, what I end up building, and I'll probably definitely put this into the videos, is that what happens is, I'm just a regular player like anybody else, and so I end up building tutorial videos. I mean, I don't make the tutorials, but I build from the tutorial videos. So, you start a world and you think to yourself, hey, it'd be really cool if I had a farm to do this or do that. And you go on YouTube and you look it up, and you end up finding something you like. And then you've got to go somewhere in your world and you got to figure out where to put it. And then after you build it, then you use it. So in my case, we build the farms, we use the farms, and if I'm going to put them in videos or on stream, I feel like I need to give them the credit they deserve. So what we'll do is we'll go to an area, we'll go to a build, we'll go to a farm, and we're going to slap a sign somewhere in here. And I'm not really sure where, but let's see. If I go outside this room here. And if I were to come into this room, see, this room needs a sign, right? So this is my workshop. So what we'll say is, it's the, I don't know if I want to do all caps, Darkwing Dave, Darkwing Dave's workshop, Darkwing Dave's workshop. So something like this, I'll probably dye it different color, but everything needs to be labeled. You know, we got a workshop, sure, but I'm thinking that instead of having a sign to the place, let's do something a little different. We go with maybe, this is such a weird one to start with, so I'm not sure where to put the sign. But so I completely built this. This is mine. You know, I just made it one day and said, this is going to be my workshop. This is where I go do some crafting. Got my little nether wart farm. I've got Kitty. You know, we've got a few different things. And it looks like that's missing. Put that back down. All right. So smithing table. Got some armor, just temporary stuff there. Got my loom, some banner stuff, you know, in case I want to make banners, which I do make banners. So, um, yeah, I just think that maybe a sign to give credit to certain things. And since technically I did build this room, like, why not give myself the credit? I guess I could put a sign there. I think once upon a time there was some other artwork hanging here, but I'm not sure what happened to those paintings. So what I could do is, let me see. Got signs up there already. Don't really want to put signs up there. I could put a sign there. You know, that painting's bothering me. Come here, painting. So now, if we had a sign up there, how's that look? Does that look good? I mean, but then maybe the sign, you would expect the sign to tell you, you know, what's through here if you're going that direction. So maybe that's a bad idea. I mean, it could also be there, really. So, I mean, man, I just don't know. This is part of the process, though. You know, trying to figure out, like, where am I putting signs? What am I going to do with them? Oh, this is fun. So anyway, you kind of get the idea, and now I'm just over here trying to figure out where to put this sign. Anyone have any ideas? Put a sign here. See, workshop design by Darkwing Dave. I can't type. Really? Really, Dave? All right, there you go. Workshop design by Darkwing Dave. Just a random sign on the wall somewhere, just so we know who built this, whose design it was. Let me grab my art box. I've got dye in the art box. I've got paintings in the art box. You know, actually, maybe just try to fix this painting. Oh no, that's wrong. That's wrong. Wow, it did that again, didn't it? You know, the problem with this is it's off center, and I think once upon a time I had another one, just a square one next to it, to kind of give it, what do you call that? To give it balance, or to make it symmetrical in certain ways. But so here's a little trick. Take a torch, put a torch on both sides, and that's going to limit the painting to where it can go. And it can't go up because there's already something blocking it there. It can't come down. So when we put it there, it's going to be one single little square. If you don't like that one, just break it off, put another one, rinse and repeat until you get a painting you like. You think, does that go well here? I mean, it kind of does. We've got this little flower pot here. Well, flowering azalea pot. Is that how you say it? Azalea? I think that one looks good. I like that one. So let me take the torches down. There we go. Now we just have a little painting above the wall. A door, I mean. I need to get a color. I'll grab this ink here, and I'm gonna grab a. Oh, I have no idea what color would go good with this crimson sign. I wonder. It's already kind of a reddish color, so I'm probably gonna say no to those colors. And you know, I'm not sure how well I did in art class, but I'm gonna say that brown is probably not a good color. I mean, we could try several different colors and see what they look like, but I could go with maybe magenta. I feel like it's gonna blend in, but it might just be bright enough. It might be. I don't know. Let's see. Hmm, I mean, the color goes well, but it's not very masculine. I mean, what do you think? Do I need do I need a masculine color? Look at me, I'm in purple already. I don't know. But anyway, so that's the idea. I'm gonna go around to all the different points of interest within my base. I have a lot of different automated farms, redstone machinery, different things, different builds, and a lot of them, although I built them and customized them, they did come from YouTube. I'm just a normal gamer like anyone else, and I went to YouTube and I found some things, and I just want to make sure we give the proper credit, where credit's due. So, oh well, hello Missy, welcome to the stream. So I think I'm just going to go around and I'm going to put signs on things that I've built that are from YouTube. That way, if they show up in my videos or in my streams, then I've given the proper credit, where credit's due to those content creators that created the builds or the devices, machines, whatever they are. So I think that color looks pretty good. I mean, kind of second guessing it, but I don't know. So what did you put in chat? Because I'm looking at chat and it looks like a white circle to me. So I'm not quite sure if that was supposed to be an emote or maybe you're suggesting white. Could try white. Look, I don't even have white in here. I've got light gray. I probably should get some white though. I'm gonna run to the storeroom. Yes, white. All right, hold on. We'll try white. I'm just gonna run back to the storeroom and grab some more dye. Let's see if there's any white left in here. There's some. Let's take the bigger stack. I'll just head back over the way I came, back through the hall. Yeah, white would be best. It'll pop. Now see, in this room, I guess in some cases I don't really want it to pop. Like, in this room, there's so much going on. It's so busy. And I mean, I built this room, I designed this room. There's really no need for credit, but the idea was just kind of playing with the sign color and then maybe some dye. But you're right. Oh, I already have it on me. Let me try this white dye real quick. We'll see what that looks like. I mean, it's there, it's visible, you know what? I like it. I think it works. And I have plenty of white. The other thing I was testing was the sign color. I'm using crimson, and I thought about maybe warped. I wasn't sure, but let's see. So, if I go from here, let me just grab that box. I don't know if I have Well, I've got a little bit of crimson or warped planks here, but I'm kind of sold on this sign. It's not as red or bright as I thought it would be, like the wood color. So I believe this will work pretty good. It looks good? Okay, thanks. Appreciate it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some more signs because I do have quite a bit of places to go around and add credit. So I do need to grab a few signs. So I've got some sticks, got some extra wood here. Let's make some signs. That might have been too many. I don't know. I think it was like 84. It's all good. I'll just chuck the extra planks in there for now. And it used all the sticks. All right. So I'll just put this box of sticks away. Okay. Better eat. Grab the signs. And I think what I'm going to do is start. I'm going to start at the workshop and then make my way back around through the farm. So if you weren't here earlier, first of all, welcome to the stream. And I'm going to be making some YouTube video content here pretty soon. And so what I want to do is just go around and put signs on things that I built and customized, but I didn't necessarily come up with on my own. Because, you know, like everybody else, I go to YouTube for a lot of stuff. I like to build things. And sometimes these things are pretty complicated and you need help, you know, and you go to YouTube and you get a tutorial video. And so this right here, this is a kelp machine. And it makes kelp, but in a very peculiar way. So what I'm going to do in the video is I'm going to go around and give a tour of my base and all the things that I've built, and I want to make sure that everybody gets credit. I don't want anybody thinking that I came up with the design, although this one is inspired by a YouTuber, but I actually did rebuild and do the redstone myself. So I just need to find a little place to put a sign. I think right here is fine. So that might be a good place for a sign. And now I just need to pull up my list on my other screen here. I've got a list of things. I've already made a list and I have all the YouTubers and things that I want to put on here. Let's see if I can find that. Where's that at? List. And bear with me just a moment. Okay. You know, it just occurred to me that maybe I should start at the top of my list. But let me scroll down to where we're at here. Where's the kelp farm? All right, kelp farm. I'm going to see if this will fit. I don't know if it will. No, it doesn't all fit on there. What a bummer. All right. So I'll just jump down here. And I've got the YouTuber was JC Plays, and that's who I initially got the kelp farm from. Wacko helped me build it, and then it quit working, so I had to go rebuild it. So I went back to his channel and was watching to see how he fixed it after the updates. And I saw how he fixed it, and then I saw how I could build it a little better. So, I mean, there's not a whole lot there, but I did modify it a little bit myself. And so I guess I'll go ahead and give myself some credit as well. And that's probably all right too. So designed by JC Plays and Darkwing Dave. All right, so that's kind of the idea. I'm just going to fly through these as fast as I can. I should probably go ahead and put the dye and everything in my hands. Let's get the pick over here. I like to dye the sign before I add the glow ink. In the past, there were issues doing it the other way around. It wouldn't hold the color, and sometimes the signs just disappeared on us. But Right, designed by JC Plays, Darkwing Dave. I think that works. It's on the machine. You can see this one. This one I already have. 8 Furnace Array by El Mango. That guy's just a genius. This is my 8 Furnace Array. If you don't know what those are, it's basically you put a bunch of items in the top, you put fuel into it, and then it automatically distributes the items evenly over all 8 furnaces. So there's 4 on this side, and there's 4 on the other side. So anyway, I figure I'll go over all that in my tutorial. I mean, not my tutorial, my world tour, that kind of thing. All right, give me a sec. I need to organize my other monitor real quick so I have my list and my stream info on the screen at the same time. Because I keep moving the window around and then I can't see chat. All right. Okay, all right. That's better. Now I can at least see over there. And the idea for me is to go to each place and slap a sign on. And that's probably going to be a little bit boring for some people. Some people are probably going to come and go here, but it's okay. I get it. Feel free to pop in and out as much as you like. I'm going to try not to do the whole tour on the stream either, you know, like I got to save something for my video, but so here's a problem that I'm facing for the video. I've got this village and I call it Darkwing Village, but where to put the credit sign, because most of the buildings came from a YouTuber named Micatech, and I don't want to stick a sign to every building. That's gonna be a little silly. So it might just be something where the first building that I start at, and I can't start here. I mean, he did design the building, but I changed it up, and this one in particular, this is my Darkwing Exchange. I think his original building was a enchantment room inside here. So I made the building, but it does not have an enchantment room in it. It has the Darkwing Exchange. So I'm not really sure. There should be like an entrance to the village. Maybe I should like fence this off or something, and then when you get here, maybe to the village, maybe that's where I have a sign. I don't know. This is gonna be tricky. Like for most everything else, I think I'm gonna hold off on this. I'll figure this out at some point. But what I'm really looking for with these signs is to give credit to the machines that I've built. So I could probably go do that first. Let's go back downstairs. Because that's going to be a little quicker to do. Just for something in here. So if we go to the cactus and cane room, I have a sugarcane machine. And this sugarcane machine was built by me, but it was designed by Impulse SV. So I want to make sure that he gets credit because he definitely built this machine. He has a video for it. It's ancient by now. Like the video is really old. I think it's like 12 years old. But I just want to slap a sign somewhere on here. And since we have these signs that aren't going to match the colors and themes of everything, I'm kind of just going to put them somewhere. Like this is the on-off switch for the machine. So I could probably put a sign here. And if I go find him in my list, let's see, where are my farms at? Looking through my list here. Sugarcane farm. All right. So design is designed by Impulse SV. So we just want to make sure that if these show up in my streams and my videos, that they have the proper credit. Because like I said, I'm going to do a world tour at some point soon. And when I come through here, talk about the machine, I will find the sign and I will mention whose machine this is. I'd like to say that I'm such a great YouTuber and such a great Minecrafter that I've designed and built all my own machines. That would be awesome. But let's just face it. I'm just the average person like you. You know, like I've got to go to YouTube. I've got to find tutorials. I need to know how to build this stuff. But the fun is in building it and then customizing it, designing it, fitting it into your base somewhere, into a room. So there's the cactus farm in all of its enormity. Um, so for the cactus farm, I don't know. Maybe I could put the sign on the back. Then again, maybe I should slap them right on the front. These things, I don't know. This is all glass though, so kind of less inclined to just slap a sign to the glass, especially one that looks purple. This is all purple. I mean, this is all glass back here too. If I'd thought this through whenever I built these things, I would have done this, you know. Plus I need to fix the lighting in here. This room is just it's not done yet. Nothing's ever done. I'm just gonna slap the sign over here. This is the cactus farm, and it's a design by someone called Abomance. Signed by Abomance. Got some good stuff. You should check these people out too. So there's that one. So now I'm thinking maybe I should put the sign over here. Just slap it right on the front somewhere maybe. Like, how does it look right there? Maybe right there. Maybe there. And this was the sugarcane farm by Impulse. Just move that down a little bit. Chuck some color on there. I'm gonna go get rid of the sign on the back. That was a bad place. Alright, so those are done. Moving on. Let's see, we will go this way. Now I have a slime farm that's not finished, so that's something that I can do in a future episode. I am running out of slime, so I need to finish this thing. So far, this is my own design. I just kind of fit it into the corner of the base here because I noticed that there were a lot of slimes bouncing around. There were some caves back there, so I was like, well, I've got some slimes back here. I should probably turn that into a slime farm. Then after I started building it, I realized that like this part of my walkway here is also part of the slime chunk. So we've changed the shape of the slime farm in there. But anyway, I'll get to that eventually, sooner or later. Let me eat real quick. And also, I need a sip of water, so give me just a moment. All right, there we go. So come down here. This is my lava farm. All right. So again, I built it, but the redstone mechanics of it, or I'm just looking around to see if I actually did put a sign in here. I don't know. It's been a while since I've been back here. But the actual farm part is obviously something I pulled off YouTube. And this place needs to be finished as well, so that's going to be an upcoming project. Let me look around here. It's a good place for a nice little purple sign. Is it purple? Or is it magenta? I'm not really sure. You know, putting these signs just wasn't part of the. Let's put it right here. Yeah, this is a good spot. Wasn't thinking about it back when I started building this place because I, well, hadn't planned on doing content. I wasn't going to stream or anything, but now that I am, I definitely want to make sure I give credit to all these brilliant people that made these farms. So this one is my lava farm. Let me look it up on my list here. Lava farm. Oh yes, this is a design by Guinea Pig. It's Guinea Pig, but I think it's supposed to sound like guinea pig, like guinea pig. If you watch his videos and you hear his accent, you'll understand. I've got several farms by that gentleman. Um, so there we go. Designed by Guinea Pig. Again, I will show all these off in a world tour that I'm going to do. I'll put it on my YouTube channel. I have two YouTube channels right now. I have a main channel, which is where I'll put my Minecraft content. And then I have a second channel, which is where these stream replays are going to go. I just figured, you know, that's just about how everybody else is doing it. So that's my vine shaft. This is the moss farm. All right. So we come back here, and there's this machine in here. And I'll give you a quick glance at it. So this machine makes moss of all sorts. Blocks, carpet, bushes, grass seeds. I'll show that off later. You'll have to watch my my YouTube episode to see all that, or you can go to the YouTuber's channel and check out their machine. That might be a good way to do it as well. Let's see, somewhere in here, right there. That's a good spot. Let's throw this on here. All right. So, what about putting the sign on a fence in a corner? Um, Sorry, I just saw your chat. Um, was that for all the rooms or just something that I've already been to? Like which room was that? Like put a fence back here and put the sign on it? What about maybe putting it right there too, instead of down here on the glass? Right there. Come in here, you see the machine, you see the sign, you see the credit. That's kind of what I'm going for anyway. You know, just kind of trying to put it somewhere within view on the machine. I feel like if I put the sign in the corner of a room, especially a room that I may have built and decorated on my own, you know, if the sign says credit to Il Mingo or whatever, I mean, somebody seeing that might just think, oh, he designed this room. But I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too far into it. I don't know. But for now, I'm just going to stick it to the machines. Let's see. We go with, this was a moss farm. If I look that up in my list, that was also guinea pig. So this is a farm by guinea pig. There we go. Designed by guinea pig. If there's no good place to put it, okay, yeah, I agree with that. Just stick a sign to it, stick a sign next to it. Let's see, now we got the nether grass room. Got me a simple floor shaker nether grass machine. It makes a bunch of nether roots and mushrooms and stuff. I'll show it off in the, there's a good spot right there. I'll show it off in my world tour. Let's see, we've got nether grass, I think is what this one was called. Look at my list here. Nether grass, designed by JC Plays. JC Plays has a lot of really simple, easy to build farms. They're very good tutorials for the beginner. I mean, he goes through it block by block and tells you exactly what he's doing and why. He counts everything out. It's real easy to follow. So I just wanted one that worked. You know, I didn't need anything super big and elaborate. I just wanted to be able to produce the nether mushrooms. I guess they're called fungus, though. Get the crimson fungus and the warp fungus. So I just kind of slotted this one right into this room, and the room still needs work. I need to add a ceiling, and yeah, there's quite a bit that probably needs to be finished up around here. Definitely want to get to all that eventually. We have the mushroom. This is for growing mushrooms. Now, this is an interesting design. It's actually made for the regular large mushrooms, but I figured out I could use it for both. So this room needs a lot of work as well, but it just if you watch it was a JC Plays tutorial as well. But his contraption that was right here, I completely gutted it and redid it. Because when I started growing the mushrooms, the mushrooms will sometimes, like the regular mushrooms, will sometimes grow lower than these. And whenever they spawn in, they have a tendency to delete blocks or fill in empty spaces. And he had some empty spaces in this design. With his empty spaces that he had in here, it was actually deleting some repeaters and redstone circuitry. So I kind of had to rebuild this thing. And instead of just making it run on a constant clock, I thought, why not just make it a dead man switch? So if you stand here, it runs a clock. When you step off of it, the clock stops. But while the clock's running, it runs this dispenser with bone meal. So you can place your mushroom down there. So you step on the pressure plate and it grows a mushroom. I'll put all that in my tutorial video though. Somewhere in here, I'm just going to slap a sign in this room. And we'll give JC credit, because without him I wouldn't have built the room in the first place. Oh, hey, thank you for following. I think, is it Leah or Leia? I'm not sure. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name, but thanks for following. I appreciate it. I can use all the followers I can get. I'm still really new. Let's see. This person, let's see, JC Plays. I got the mushroom. Let me just copy and paste this right over here. Inspired by JC Plays. This one's different. It's not designed by JC Plays. This machine was inspired by him, but I actually did build this myself, and I'll go through that later. Be sure and check out my main YouTube channel. I've got a Linktree link. I got it first the right time. Okay. I think that was all of those around this area. This is just like the main hall. It circles around. So then we've got the sugar cane and the cactus farm. And then this room in here is a very big room, and this is my tree farm. I actually did design this one myself. This is probably the 5th generation of this room. I've had it on every Minecraft world I've played on to date, which goes back quite a ways. Back to like 2014 maybe. So this is the Darkwing Dave tree farm. I'm wondering, I have no idea where I should put a sign for that, but see, this says tree farm this way when you first come down in here. So then we turn and we go in here. So maybe, oh, I don't know. Do I want to give myself credit? Maybe if I build somebody else's machine or building, I put credit on there. And if I built it, then I don't have to. Maybe that's how that works. I don't know. What do you guys think? So I'm trying to figure out, where should I go next? I think, I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go back here. I've got a right about here. This used to be a wall right here, and just like a few weeks ago. Oh man, no, actually it's been longer than that because a few weeks ago I was working on my new villager trading hall / iron farm. So if we go back before that, let's say a couple of months ago, I knocked this wall out and I started to continue this tunnel. So definitely a big work in progress down here. But I did that because I wanted to expand. I wanted to create this bamboo farm. And the bamboo farm is in this jungle themed room. The farm itself was heavily inspired by a YouTuber that designed the machine itself, but the rest of this is all me. So the farm itself, I'm just gonna kind of sneak through here, see if I can remember how to get to the machine. Nope, that's not it. Through here. Aha. So the farm itself is inside this room behind all this bamboo. Let me go in here real quick. I just want to see if there's a good place to put a sign. So when I do my world tour video, I'm probably going to come in here. So this gets a little tricky though, because the YouTube video tutorial for the machine didn't have any of this. They had another type of timer and it wasn't working good for me. A lot of technical reasons, so I rebuilt it. So this timer here is fine. So I can't put the sign there. If we climb up in here, this is the flying machine that goes through that room and it harvests the bamboo. So it's going to go through here and harvest all the bamboo that's in here. It's actually triggered on that timer that I showed downstairs there. So I don't know, like maybe just put a sign in here. This is a little tricky, trying to give credit to the YouTuber that designed the initial machine. I guess this will work for now unless I find a better place later. All right, let's see. I'm looking at my list. Where is this machine at? Moss farm? No. This is a bamboo farm, Dave. Bamboo, bamboo. Where's my bamboo farm? There it is. All right. So the farm itself, the machine that does the flying through there, this machine was designed by Silent Whisperer. He has a lot of good tutorials for Bedrock Minecraft, and that's what I'm playing on, not on Java, but he designed this machine here. Oops, I fell in my hole. There it is. So he designed it. It uses these slime blocks and it flies. It goes out and it harvests. Here. Since you're watching, I might as well give you a little demonstration. There it goes. Look at all that bamboo. And this is how I got all the bamboo blocks I had in the beginning of the stream. If anybody was wondering. Now this kind of machine, normally the way he has it in his tutorial, you build this above ground. And so all the bamboo gets sunlight and it grows just fine. But underground, I faced a new challenge. It needed light. So I had to put lights all around it. Anyway, it's coming back. Let me get out of the way. Here comes Silent Whisper's flying machine. And you do get a little bit of bamboo that just gets, pushed in here and it despawns, but it doesn't matter because there's just so much bamboo. If I run back in here, well, first of all, you can see that there's track under it. And that's where all the mine carts go out across and they pull the bamboo down through the floor because they have hoppers on them. And then they come back and they dock where they were sitting and they unload into these unloaders. And again, this is all Silent Whisper as well. he designed and made these, so I definitely can't take credit for them, but they're pretty cool. They basically just unload those mine carts and spit the bamboo into this water stream. That water stream takes the bamboo all the way down here, and this room is definitely unfinished. I need to make it look better. The bamboo comes around this way, and it goes down that way, it goes around, and it goes into a water elevator down at the end. And that takes it up into the circulatory system of my base, where the items flow around the whole base, and they go to different storage rooms until they find their home. So I will finish going through here, because this wraps around and goes that way. I'll do that in the actual world tour video that I make. At least I'm gonna try. And there's nothing down that way, just empty halls, future expansion and whatnot. It just kind of circles back around this whole farm, comes back around down that end. But I figure there's room for other things back there at some point. Okay, back to the workshop. Let's see. Ended up with a little bit of bamboo on me. And if I want the bamboo to go where all the other bamboo is going, I'm just going to chuck it into this chest. And that's going to send it up into the water stream as well. Okay, now I have to think. I wasn't checking off every one of these farms on my list, and I probably should be. That way I can keep up with which ones I actually put credit on. So I'm going to go back through my list real quick, just take care of that. So let's see, what do we do? We put a sign on, going down through my list here, silo, tree, sugarcane. We put a sign on the sugarcane farm, we put one on the cactus farm, we put one on the kelp machine. There was already a sign on the smelter. I put a sign in my workshop. The bamboo farm. I apologize, you can't see the list on the screen. It's just didn't have it set up for that. Let's see. Slime farm, haven't really built it all the way. I'm not sure what kind of design I'm going to use for killing the slimes yet. So I'll be looking on YouTube to see what's out there and see what people have come up with. And so it could be something of my own design, or it could be something influenced by someone else. So I'm not going to put a sign on that one yet. It's not done yet. The lava farm, I put a sign there. I put one on the moss farm. Oh, you thought that the bamboo farm is cool? The flying machine? I'm with you. I think it's really neat. There were so many different designs for that bamboo farm that I looked on online, and when I saw that one, I said, "That's the one." It's just because it flies through there and cuts it all down. It's a lot of fun. I did have to modify his design though. It didn't work right off the YouTube video. Like I built it and then it didn't work. Like, why is it not working? So I had to do, like I said, I had to modify some of it. So I had to build a new timer because his was running like every 2 minutes and it wasn't giving the bamboo enough time to grow. And then, I'm trying to think, I had to put the lighting around it to make it grow underground. And there's still a couple of issues with that, but it still works. And his flying machine would get stuck randomly, like anywhere out there, it would just come to a stop. And the only way to get it going again is I'd have to go out and break all the bamboo around it, and I'd have to punch one of the observers just to make it start up again. And then it just kind of train wrecked itself. So I had to tear it apart and then go rebuild it back and install just to make sure it was built right. I ended up doing that, tearing it down and rebuilding the flying machine like, I don't know, 3-4 times before I figured out what was happening. So that's something I could probably go over in the tour. I could just go in there and say, oh, look, here's this farm and this is how I fixed it. I appreciate that. Thank you. Again, Still giving credit to all these other folks out there that made the machines, but I really take pride in like, where am I going to put it? Where's it going to fit into my base? How am I going to put it? You know, how do I decorate around it? Is there anything I can change to make it more mine? Is there, you know, what can I do to the design? So I do that kind of stuff. And there are some buildings and some machines I have designed. Uh, I probably should put a sign on those for myself, just to give myself credit, you know. But we'll see. All right. So let's see if I can. Oh, I was going through my list and I got sidetracked by the conversation. Let's see. So my list. So I got the lava, I got the moss farm, I got the. Let me look. I got the mushroom. The mushroom. It's inspired by JC, built by me. Hmm. There's still quite a bit to see, actually. Quite a bit. So many signs to place. So I think the village, I'm going to hold off on that one. The exchange, I'll hold off on that one. So I guess everything above ground I'll get to later, because I still need to figure out where the signs are going specifically. So we come down here. Treehouse, asylum. So I have a number of silo rooms, like this one here. So I got the silo hall, as I call it, because there are these silos. So like this one's blackstone, and this half of it is netherrack. So if I look in here, I got netherrack, I got blackstone. Each light represents a double chest that has items in it. So if we go back behind this, go behind the curtain, these are the silos. And the silo design, I think each one of these needs credit on it because the design came from a YouTuber, but I had to modify it once again. I'm already always modifying something. But like he didn't have the chests at the bottom. He had like some droppers or something, and I wanted chests all the way down, and I wanted to make sure I could access the chests, and I wanted to make sure the light came on. So I had to build all this extra circuitry here in order to do that. So it's, I don't know, 80% his design, 20% mine. So it's hard to say. But if I just give credit to the silos themselves, like I don't know where to put the sign. Maybe I just stick it right to the side so when I come in here, I can walk in here from the tour and I can say, okay, these are the silos, just before I show all of them. And I can put the sign. Let's see. So if I look at my list here, the silo design originally was Exumavoid. Silo designed by Exumavoid. Right. But you know what? I'll just give him credit. It's all good. If anybody goes out to his YouTube channel and finds the silos and tries to build them, they'll probably see pretty quickly that they're not exactly like mine. Mine are a little different, but I don't have a tutorial up, so it's all good. This guy's amazing, by the way. So I think I'm gonna have to do that on both sides because there are silos on both sides of the hall. So we'll just chuck that on there. There we go. Silo designed by Zoomovoid. On this side of the room, though, this is totally different. This is the storage hall, where I have 2 double chests per item. Got an item, got 2 double chests. And they are automatically sorted as well. And that's what all this back here was. These are all the sorting item sorters for the lower chests and for the upper chests. The gentleman that made this, he made this design a very long time ago. And we are all so very, very thankful to him. And his name is Impulse SV. He actually also lives in the same area I live in. He's a very popular YouTuber and streamer. So I'm going to give him credit. I just need to find, let's see, storage hall. I'm going to copy and paste item sorters. Yeah, there we go. Item sorters by Impulse SV. Throw some ink on there. So I'll just climb right up here for a sec so you can see what these look like. So this is the top of the item filter sorter. I said filter. So the item sorters are one wide tileable, so each one of these is a sorter. So each one of these items, like this one's got stone brick stairs in the filter. This one's got slabs. This one's got chiseled stone bricks, so on and so forth. So the items come across this hopper line, and if it'll fit into this filter, so it's got to be a cracked stone brick, and it'll fit in here. So then there'll be 42, but the way these hoppers work, it's holding 41 plus 4, and any more items that come in here will automatically output a signal on the comparator, making that line hot, and it unlocks the filter below, or the hopper below, by changing the state of that torch, and then it allows the item to drop into the chest. So it's a very incredible design that he came up with many, many years ago, and there's so many people that use it. So many people. I mean, where would we be without our item sorters? I have no idea. It's pretty cool though. Alright, so head over here. I'm going to put a sign up here on this one as well. I would love to thank him in person for that. And all the content that he's made over the years that I've really enjoyed. And you know, he also made the sugarcane farm that I have years ago, and it still works. He made it on Java, and it works on Bedrock, which is amazing. If you don't know what that means, it's just two different types of Minecraft. You got the Bedrock platform that runs on Windows, consoles like Xbox and PlayStation and Nintendo Switch. It also runs, Bedrock runs on phones and tablets. You got Minecraft Pocket Edition. But the Java version was the very first version. It came out on computer, and the original creator of Minecraft built and designed it in Java, which is just a programming language. Then Microsoft bought the game and decided, you know what, we're gonna convert it over to this other language that runs on all these other devices. So that's pretty cool. Sometimes those redstone machines and farms just don't quite work well if you try to build one on Java and then you come over to Bedrock and build it. Sometimes they don't work. And I've had to build a few of those and then fix them so that they do work on Bedrock for me. But so I'm trying to think. Let's see, where else can I go? I put credit for the item sorters. The rest of this hall is mine. This was not built from a tutorial video. I came up with it for better or for worse. This is all me. I put the flags up for the 4th of July. I do live in the United States, so 4th of July is important. So I just didn't take them down. I thought, why do it? I took them down last year, but this time I just left them up. So anyway, that's my storage hall. And let's see, if we go back to the front of the farm, as I like to call this place, the farm. We'll go back to the front, and we'll go through here. And this is the elevator that I came down from above to get down here. So this is like my main entrance. If you come this way, we have this room. Excuse me. And there are silos in this room as well. So I got silos in here. So these again, these are inspired by Zuma Void. I think that's a good spot. Give me a second. I gotta take a drink. Okay. Again, I'm thinking when I actually do the tour video, I'll probably come back here briefly and then just read off the sign, show the silo, maybe give a quick little walk around. Come back through here. So this one, let's see, this was the silo like I have in my silo hall. So grab that there. And that's good. I could put another sign up here to give the sorters credit. Honestly, I have so many throughout this base, these item sorters. I think once I stop by my storage hall first in the tour and I give credit to Impulse for the sorters, I probably don't need to mention it again. Or I could mention it again, but I don't have to have a sign for every one of these. But thanks to Impulse SV, we have item sorters that are overflow protected so that we can feed items into the silos. That's how we get just this item, in one silo. This item in one silo. All that cactus. Like, what would I ever do with this much sugarcane, this much cactus, seeds, moss blocks? Oh, I don't have that named. Lots of stuff to do. Lots of stuff to work on. With the azalea bushes. We got flowering azaleas, regular azalea bushes. Future storage. Don't have anything there. Carpets and glowberries. Crimson roots and warped roots. These are from the nether grass machine that I showed earlier. Got some vines. I don't have a machine making weeping vines yet. I need to build one. So that's something to do in the future. Got some empty spots here. This room design was all me. Should I put a sign in here for credit? A little closet. These boxes are full of sugarcane. Isn't that crazy? These boxes are full of kelp. Let's see. I think what we need to do now is go up. So I'm going to take the vine shaft and go up. Sublevel 4. Every level we have a elevator to get in and out. This is actually part of the tree farm. So this is what I use. It's like if I'm in the tree farm and I look up and I see a tree, it's kind of hard because the trees are all grown. There's so many of them. So typically I'll start at the top, but these little hallways and these exits here, if you had a tree that grew this tall, you could just hop out onto it, cut it down. So we'll go to the top first. Let me climb all the way up. Climb up here. This is where the catwalk is. Jump up on the catwalk. Then we can see the trees. And this time the trees didn't grow as tall, but a lot of times they do grow all the way up to the catwalk, all the way to the top, and sometimes they grow above the catwalk. But the idea here is if you want to cut the tree down, you just hop out on it and you break the leaves and then you just cut the tree all the way down the middle, down to the bottom. And then if I'm standing down there and I see, oh, I'm going to cut down that tree or that tree, from the from the ground down there, you can kind of tell when some of the trees are cleared out here. You can tell how tall they are just by looking at the openings on the walls. So then you go into the vine shaft, you climb up to say the third floor, the fourth floor, and then you can just run out and jump on top of the tree and cut it down. For me, it's like second nature. I can do it really quickly. I can cut this whole room down really fast. Plant some more trees and then go about my business. But anyway, so that's just a little bit of a background on that. That's this is a future problem. I was building in here, and then I had to stop and go grow one of those giant mushrooms in that room downstairs. And somehow it glitched through to this empty space up here. So either I have to fill all this in and make this area solid block so that doesn't happen, or I have to expand the roof in that mushroom. Let's see. Oh, I need to get the, let's see, I need to get that list pulled back over here on the screen. All right. Moving on, moving on. Let's see. Mine shaft. I have lots of room for expansion up here in some ways. Probably not back through here because that's where the cactus and sugarcane farm is. Oh, here we have the lichen room. I think I initially intended to put more stuff in this room, but this machine, this machine makes glow lichen. Today. All right. So if I turn it on, it starts spitting out this bone meal, and it makes all this glow lichen all around here just multiply. And you can just sit here and farm it. Oops, sorry about that. So that machine is an Il Mango machine. And look, we have a spot right here. So I could put the sign there. I guess I could put it on this side though, or right here. Let's put it right here. Because I can still get to the dispenser in other ways. Alright, so this one is a design by Il Mango. I'm just going to go copy and paste it. If I can find, where is my lichen farm? Lichen farm, lichen farm. Where are you, lichen farm? Seriously. I kind of have my list in order of how I'm going to do my tutorial video. So it's not alphabetized. So I'm having to like scroll up and down looking for this. Where is it? Let's see, kelp farm, no, workshop, bamboo, silo, storage, slime farm, lava farm, moss farm. Oh, it's under glow lichen farm. No wonder. I'm like looking for words that start with L, and it started with G. So there it is. Designed by Il Mango. That's an incredible machine. It's really fast. And then you get lichen all over. Glow lichen everywhere. Alright. Going this way. Now these hallways up here are probably pretty vacant. Like it's lots of room to expand. Lots of places behind the wall to build things. That's what I like about this place. There's still so much room to expand. Even though I've built a lot, there's still lots of room. Just head on down. Trying to think, get my bearings here and see where I need to go since I didn't go on an official tour route. Let's see. I just remembered. We gotta climb up to the top floor and go back this way. So we'll go this direction here. Aha, flower farm. Here's one. So this machine makes flowers. It's hard to see the glass, I know, because I'm using a texture pack that makes glass cleaner. It takes away all the lines between the glass. But it's surrounded by glass, and it's got redstone on it and stuff. But basically, there's a flower up there, and it shouldn't be there. That's a spare grass block back there that I just threw up there, and now it's got flower on it. Yeah, this machine's crazy. You turn this on, that's what it looks like. So what it's doing is, it's bone milling the grass. If I climb up here, maybe we can see it. That one's just dirt, but it bone mills the grass blocks and causes them to grow flowers. And then immediately after it bone mills them, it dispenses water. So the bone mill's coming out right here. So you put a flower right here, and it bone mills this flower, and it causes that one flower to spread to any of these grass blocks above and around it. And then as soon as that happens, the water comes out and hits the flowers, and then the water gets retracted. So it causes the flowers to break off the grass. And then you've got all these hopper mine carts down here that pull the flower through the block, drop it into the chest. I'll have to demonstrate that in the tutorial. I mean, in the I keep saying tutorial, in the world tour video. But I do need to put a sign on it somewhere. I guess just right here on the front. Probably won't hurt anything to have it. I'll probably just put it right there, maybe. And so this is the flower farm. So I can find flower farm here in my list. Flower farm. Here it is. Designed by Prowl. Prowl's got some good stuff too. He has some really good tutorial videos. And this, I don't know, I'm not going to say this is the best flower farm machine you could build. I've seen others, and there are others that work really well. But I've never seen one like this, so I decided to build it just for fun. I was like, well, I've seen the ones where the floor moves back and forth and it shakes the flowers loose as it bone mills the grass. And those work really good in like a flower forest. I'm not in a flower forest though. As you can tell by the grass, I'm in a savanna. It's very dry here. So this one works great because I can put the flower that I want to grow. All right, I said I'd do this in a tutorial video, but I'm gonna go ahead and run it just for a moment, just to show you. Put the flower, turn it on. It makes the flowers, it harvests the flowers. And if we look in the box here, so that one's, it's getting all the flowers. Each one of these boxes, flowers. So this thing's a little crazy. And it does work, and you can put your own flowers in there. But the problem is, this one, is if you run it too long, the water kills the grass. And when the water kills the grass, I gotta try and stop this machine with no flowers. Come on now. No, no, no water. See, this one's kind of it's kind of weird. I don't want it to stop with the water out though. Okay, it's not gonna work. I'll just leave the flowers there for now. But yeah, when you have the water kills the grass, it doesn't make any flowers on those blocks until the grass grows again. And while the machine's running, because the water keeps coming out, it can't grow grass. So you've got to shut it off. Oh goodness. I'm sorry about that. I had to cough really bad a minute or so ago and I muted. So, um, hopefully you were able to hear what I was doing with the flower farm. That's a technical difficulty. I don't know how long ago it was when I had to cough and I muted. But the flower farm, that wasn't the best machine that I've seen out there, but it was interesting, so I decided to build it. And it works well enough to make flowers, but I probably will build something else in the future. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to come down here to the basement. This is my compost room. So items like from the sugarcane and cactus machines, those farms make those compostable materials. They go to storage. And then if storage is full, they get redirected and they come down here to this room. They're going to come in right here and they go into this machine. So I got to put a sign on this machine. This is a 50/50 item splitter. Find a good place for a sign on this thing, probably right by this lever here. This 50/50 item splitter was made by Il Mango. Let me see if I can find his name so I can copy and paste it. Then I'll explain what it does. Let's see. Just like its name, 50/50 item splitter. It splits items. And so it can output items in two different directions. So it'll send an item down this water stream, and then the very next item that comes into it, it'll alternate and send it out the other side. So if it sends it out the other side, I've got this water stream going over this way. So as the farm is sending tons of items over here, 50% go to storage and 50% can go to the composter, which is what is over here. We got the composter on this side. If we look in one of these hoppers, there shouldn't be anything in there. So sometimes I look in here because, I don't know, things happen, and sometimes you end up with sticks and who knows what in here, and it can clog these up. But basically, the item flows into this thing. I'm going to run back around to this other side. All right. And that way we can hop over here and you can see this thing. Now, I designed and built this myself. Basically just wanted a compost system to where if there was a lot of items flowing in from somewhere, that they would go across these composters and go into them by way of these hoppers right here. So they go across the hopper, they drop down into the composter, and then the bone meal, once the composter's full, the bone meal gets pulled out the bottom from the hopper underneath, and it goes on back to storage. But I built this in such a way that if there were a ton of items coming in, and let's say these hoppers right here were full, if all these hoppers filled up, the items will just flow right across and go to the next one, the next one, the next one. And then they'll actually circle back around. So the items will just keep flowing around, circling the drain until they go down into the composters. Like this one's just about to have a bone meal. So more stuff comes into this one, and then it'll fill up the rest of the way. It'll turn to bone meal. It'll go down the hopper line. It can back up into this chest, but it also goes into this item elevator that's back here, and they go up, back up to where they can get distributed throughout the base. Bone meal automatically goes to some of the machines like the moss farm, the nethergrass farm. So as the bone meal circulates around the ceiling of the base, it will find its way down into those farms until they're full. When they're full of bone meal, which is what they run on, once they're full of bone meal, then the bone meal can't go down there anymore. It'll continue circulating around the base and it'll find its way to storage, where the item sorters pull it out of the water stream and drop it down into the silos and whatnot. So this is my compost room. So basically everything that I'm farming, if it's compostable, it can make its way down to storage, and if storage is full, it can make its way back into compost and become bone meal, which I can make white dye out of, or I can use to power other machines to make other stuff, which is pretty crazy, and it's somewhat complicated. Where's my signs? I had signs in my hand and now I don't. Right. So over here in the corner of the compost room, when I was building it, putting all this podzol down, I noticed that there was a cave and there was just this little round room. And so it was a plain stone round room, and I decided to decorate it when the Lush Caves came out. We had the new update that had all this. I just got down in here and went crazy with it. I was like, you know what? I just want to go ahead and make my own little lush cave. But there's a reason for it. If you find your way over here, you can see that there is a farm back here in the wall, and it is making pointed dripstone. So as these grow and drip, they get triggered. These observers get triggered once the dripstone glows. I'll clear my throat here. Okay, so once the pointed dripstone grows far enough, it grows in front of the observer and then causes the piston to come out and break those off. It doesn't break these off, so they stay. And then those go and they get flushed down the drain. They make their way to storage as well. I'm glad it was only like a minute that I was muted. Oh, gotta keep an eye on that. So on this side, let's see. There's none grown over here right now, but this is my glowberries. So they will grow and hang down, and once they grow in front of those observers down there, the first thing that happens, these dispensers spit out bone meal, and it bone mills the vine, causing berries to grow on it. Sometimes it's like just a berry or two, but it's a berry or two that you wouldn't have had otherwise, because the berries are very slow at growing. So it just kind of bone mills it a little bit, gets you some extra berries, and then after the bone mill fires, it fires the pistons to push out and break off the vines, and they get flushed down as well. So there are two farms in this room. One is for pointed dripstone, and the other is for glowberries. And I need to put signs in those rooms, so we're going to go back through here. This one might actually already have a sign on it. And by the way, the same machine is just backwards. It's mirrored on the back side, so I get more than what you see, you know. So let me go back through here. There's already a sign. This farm was by Avomance. Let's just go ahead and light it up. So all the dripstone that gets harvested gets flushed down, comes through this water line here, goes into this water bubble elevator, and goes on up to get circulated around the base. Goes to storage. I'm going to run back here to this other side. Let's see. So this is the back side of the berry farm. This is the side that everybody sees from that room. Looks like it's still got plenty of, well, it does need some more bone meal in it. But I do believe I have all the glowberries I'll ever need and more. And this machine might actually be turned off. I was looking for a lever. Oh, it's right here. So this is in the up position, so it might still be running. So I'm going to stick a sign on here somewhere. This is where I came in. So I think what we'll do is just kind of slap the sign right here. Go look at my list here and find my glowberry machine. Glowberry. There's a glow lichen I couldn't find earlier. Where is the glowberry machine? There it is. Glowberry Farm. This is another machine by Avomance. And there's all sorts of machines online that do the job. but I wanted something simple. Sometimes I go for complicated and over the top like that bamboo farm, but some of this stuff I already know I'm never going to use that much of it. And so just a small, simple machine works. And this machine, even though small and simple, it's it's made so much glowberry already that I just don't. This one's overkill. I guess that's what I'm getting at. Like, you really don't even need one this big, to be honest. You could just have like one vine with an observer and a piston. It'd probably be all the glowberries you ever need. I usually keep extra bone meal down here, but if I go down here, this is just a water distribution system. So the glowberries travel through here over to the other side. They go up the same elevator that the pointed dripstone go up over there on that side. Again, this is not to be a world tour, although it's turning into one. This is just me putting the signs on, so when I do my world tour videos, they'll actually have the credit where credit is due. Make my way back through here, climb back up into the compost room. All right, so we got the design by Mel Mango for that. And I'm gonna just kind of walk around here for a minute. There's still a lot I can do. I need to finish this room, for example, the ceiling, the walls. You get so busy doing other things. I just needed it to function, but right here's where all the moss comes from the moss machine. It gets dumped and comes down here. It goes around this corner. The nether grass machine, it drops items down this one here, and then they go into the same stream. And that's how they make their way into the compost room. They go up this little elevator, they go across here. On the other side, we have items coming from other farms, like the mushroom farm, where I'm cutting down mushrooms. They get spit out and dropped down here. The cactus and the sugarcane farms come from that direction. The items flow down through here and drop down around the corner and back up the elevator into the room. If we go down here, this is where the bone meal comes from. It gets dispensed down there and it comes up and it flows underneath these lines and goes back that direction to that elevator straight back through there. And it goes up the storage. There's cactus. Little cactus are coming along through here. Cacti, whatever you want to call them. They go right into the composter. So it's making bone meal. And get out of here. There's so much to do still. I get things working and I needed to go work on other stuff mechanically, so I ended up not finishing the room, which is sad, but it happens. It's one of the things I love about Minecraft is that I can work on things and then go back and work on them again. Actually, I think that's the lava farm down there. If I go back downstairs, I forgot that I can go underneath the lava farm back here. So if I come back here, this is what's under the lava farm. In particular, this machine right here, very important. So as I'm harvesting lava, the lava buckets go down through a hopper system under here, and they get loaded into shulker boxes right here. And when the shulker box is full, the machine auto detects that it's full, and it breaks the box and pushes it down into the hopper and drops it in the chest. So when I'm standing up there running it, I can just keep running the machine and filling boxes full of lava buckets. So it looks like it's only got 3 empty boxes left in there, 9 in here, so it's got plenty of empty boxes in it. So I can run it again sometime if I need to. But right now I have a whole barrel full of boxes that have lava buckets in them, so I don't need any more really. But I do want to put some credit on these type of machines because I didn't design this machine. I did have to fix it. The Java version didn't have the hopper minecart in it, but I'm gonna say right here's a safe spot to put a sign. So I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. And I gotta look at my list again. Let's see if I can find. This machine is called a shulker box loader. Some people call it a filler. So I think if I look in my list, some of my other farms use these same machines too to load shulker boxes. There's the unloader. That's not what we're looking for though. I wish I could do a Control F on this page and find my text, but I can't. It's in OneNote. Still not finding it. This is so unorganized. I apologize. Nobody wants to stare at a sign. So I should have had something underneath the lava farm entry in my list, but I forgot about this down here. Here we go. Shulker loaders. I just need to copy and paste this. Designed by Dusty Dude. People I've never heard of. I found them at random on YouTube, but I had to go through I don't know how many videos, tons of videos of machines like this until I could find one that actually worked. So it looked like it worked in the video, and then I built it and it didn't work because I'm on Bedrock and the machine was designed for Java. But this shulker loader was a simple fix. I just put this hopper minecart on top of the hopper because they just had a hopper underneath the soul sand and it won't pull the shulker box through it on Bedrock. You've actually got to have something else here to pull it through. Over here, this is a simple farm that makes basalt. You just mine the basalt out. I don't have a pick on me. Break the basalt, and then it makes another one. It goes into the box. I didn't have a better place to put it, so I just stuck it in here. You know, for the lack of a better place. There's so many rooms around this space, though. I probably could have found a good place for it. This little machine here, I'm gonna have to look this one up. I don't think this is not in my list. I forgot about this one, and I'm not sure where I found it. Somewhere on YouTube, but this little machine makes obsidian. So this is pretty cool. You stand back here, you turn it on. You've got to fill it up with lava buckets. You turn it on, and you stand behind this block, and you just mine it because you can mine from here without breaking anything if you're at this distance. And so you break the obsidian, it goes into the chest, and then it senses that and dispenses another lava bucket onto that water, creates an obsidian, and you break that one. So you can just sit here and just keep mining obsidian as long as you have lava buckets to feed into it, which, you know, I do have lots of lava buckets with this lava farm. So I just grabbed one of the lava bucket boxes out of that chest, and I set it right here on top of this hopper, and it feeds the buckets into the dispenser. And then I can just stand here and make a bunch of obsidian. So I still got some in there. But that's what's underneath the lava farm. And I still want to get up top and like make it look better up there. And I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with that, but maybe think some kind of a lava forge or something. I don't know. So let's see. I need to go back up. I'm going to continue my little adventure here of putting signs on things that I've built off of YouTube. That way they have credit. And I think I've gotten all the farms and machines at this end of the base. Yeah, it's like that one's Impulse. The sugarcane farm, the cactus farm, and trying to think about where else could I go right now. Oh, actually, let's go behind the kelp machine here. So I have this silo full of kelp, and that's a lot of kelp that this machine was making. And there is an access door here to get back here to see the silo itself. So again, this is a design by Exuma Void, and I modified it quite heavily here at the bottom, but I think I'll stick a sign right here. Just make sure that this has credit for him on it. And of course, here we go again with me looking at a list off screen. Sorry about that. I don't know, what did I do? Don't delete that. All right, let's see. A silo is what I had it under, I believe. Silo hall. Yeah. And even though I modified his design and made it my own, I'm going to go ahead and just give him credit for this, because if anybody sees this in any of my streams or videos as I'm walking around, they'll be able to go find his channel and say, okay, somewhere on this channel, he's got a silo design. It's not quite like this one, but it works. You know, it would definitely work for you and your world. So, but if you look inside the box here, there's so much, so much kelp. And what do you do with all that kelp? I was actually taking the kelp. I flick that lever. Now I've got access to the silo. I can grab a shulker box and drop them here, and it'll fill up the shulker boxes. I can go do something else while they're filling up, and then when they're full, I come back and grab them, and then I would go up here on top of this furnace. I'd go up here and put my shulker boxes down, and I'd load this thing up with kelp. And when I was cooking kelp, I didn't have furnaces in here, I had smokers. And all that smoked kelp becomes kelp blocks, dried kelp blocks. And you can use it for fuel. So now I took the smokers out, and I've got furnaces, and I put the kelp blocks in here. So now I can just dump in sand and make glass or whatever, and it just fills this up. And this type of furnace array, it evenly distributes all your items across the 8 furnaces. So in the time that it takes to cook 1 stack of items, you can cook 8 stacks of items, which is really cool. So it makes it a lot faster. You know, I don't have any turtles yet. It's kind of on my back burner, you know, it's a to-do list. It's one of those things that I just haven't done yet. But I should, because if I get turtles, then I can make the rest of the armor that goes with that helmet right there. At least I think. Or maybe it's just the helmets you can make. I don't know. I haven't really played with turtles much. I know you can make potions with the scoot that comes from the turtles as well. I don't know. Let me know. Do you know if you can make an entire armor set, or is it just a helmet? I'm not sure. But I assure you, somebody on this server does have turtles. Several people, I think, which is how I got that helmet. So let's see. If I go back this way, we did the bamboo farm, gave credit for the silos. This is my hall design. Don't think I need to give myself credit. I built all this, so I'm good. If I go this way, we'll just step back into here. And I gotta continue through the castle wall here to this back tower. Go up this way. Just gonna go up 1 floor. down this hall. We're heading toward the new iron farm slash villager trading hall that I made. I spent like a month over here. Oh, it's just the helmet, and they really should let you build the entire set of armor. That'd be awesome. So this trading hall is somewhat special. It's got a zombie spawner up inside it, and when the zombies spawn zombie villagers, it causes the villagers to give you a discount. If you've seen my other streams, then you already know all about this. But anyway, there's also the other mechanic that I have so many villagers here that it spawns iron golems. And so they also spawn up inside here, and I don't have glass or anything yet for you to look through. Thinking about doing that though. So the zombies die and the iron golems die, and then I get iron from it. But even though I made this completely look the way I want it to look, the overall design of it and the way it works with the villagers all around, the zombie spawner at a specific place, the fact that it has so many beds inside that little building here in the middle. This is all a design by one person in particular, and I need to give him credit because the overall mechanics of this thing wouldn't be possible without him explaining it very well in a tutorial video. So I may find a better place for this sign later, but for right now, it's just gonna go right here in the front room, or front. This is the first place you walk into, so let me see if I can find his name in here somewhere. Alright, so this would have been up toward the top of my list, I think. So I got my village, exchange, mountain, castle. Oh, come on, where's it at? It's at the bottom. Alright, let me copy and paste this one. There we go. This is another design by Prowl. So if I still had a way to get up there, which I don't, I need to design some more rooms up above this thing. But up there is where all the spawning of the golems and zombies happen. It's like one level up. And it's not finished, so I don't really want to show it yet. But as soon as it's ready, I'll go in there and show it off. But again, you can check out Prowl's channel and look up his villager farms and trading halls and get an idea of how it works and what it looks like if you like. And I definitely give him props for that because I wouldn't have this at all if it wasn't for him. So that's pretty awesome. But again, I like to make everything, my own if I can. So I changed up the way it looks, all my own blocks and stuff. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna be doing more work over here pretty soon. I've got a library to build and some other stuff, storage and whatnot for the place. I still got a lot of materials over here. And Snow White, still keeping guard down here. So let's head on back. Back down one floor, back to the castle tower. This is the southeast tower. And then this is the castle wall. So if we went all the way up to the top of the mountain, the castle that's up there, it has 4 towers and walls that connect the towers, and that's where we are. We're just deep underground. The basement of the castle is where I have my storeroom, so where you would find barrels of supplies under the castle. Typically a fountain. I mean, not a fountain, but a well. I just didn't want a well, so I made a tree. And this tree is mine. I designed it. Actually, this whole room is mine, so I do get to claim some of the credit. Okay, over here we have a wall of wool. There's a farm that I built that packs up, it makes wool and packs it into boxes. I need to go put a sign out there. Actually, I'm going to have to make some rounds and go around the server and visit the farms and put signs on the ones that I've built or helped build and make sure that the original YouTuber that designed it gets credit for it. Um, just thinking if I should go in a specific order. That way I'm not like bouncing all around. Stop back over here in the workshop for a minute. All right, let's see. I got to look at my list. So I've got several farms here. We've got the wool farm I just mentioned I can go to. We've got a guardian farm. We've got a witch farm. We've got a mushroom farm. We've got a froglight farm. We've got we have another iron farm, but I think I'm gonna leave that one alone because it's over at Wacko's base. And if anybody's gonna show off his stuff, he should be him. My villager trading hall that I just came out of, it makes iron for me, so it's technically an iron farm. So I already have one of those. Let's see, Wacko also built a gold farm that we all use. Wacko's in stream. Hi, Wacko. um, so do you know? It's true. Do you know who initially has designed that farm? We could put a sign on it that gives credit to the original designer of the mechanics, the mechanical part of it. I really don't want to show stuff off in stream or on video. If I make a video tour, I just don't want to show it off if I can't say, who actually thought it up, the brainchild. Somebody deserves credit for these things, and it's sure not me. I can say, hey, we spent hours and hours building it, and we come up with the colors and the blocks, and we figured out where to put it in our world, but like I don't want to be one of those people that just says, I designed and built this when I didn't. Plus, it was something to do tonight and stream. Go around and put credit signs where I should have put them when I built the machines and built the rooms, but I didn't. I tried in the beginning, and I did label some of my stuff, but totally forgot a lot of it along the way. I think I've come across one machine and a smelter so far that I had signs on. Let's see, you say you think you followed Silent Whisper for it, but a few have done ones like, okay, so a lot of people are using the same design in their videos. The honey farm with silence as well. That's a really good farm too. I was actually going to build one myself, and then I watched you build that one in like a half hour or something, and it was just incredible. More honey and honeycomb than any of us will ever need. So yeah, that's a pretty cool one too. Let's see. I have plenty of signs on me. And got some dye. So I suppose on those types of farms where we're pretty sure we know who designed it, but we don't know if they were the first person that designed it, I'm okay with giving credit to the person that we discovered the farm, from. So somebody else might have created it initially, and then a bunch of people made the same design, put videos on YouTube, but we saw it on Silent Whisperer's channel, then I will give him credit because he's the one that brought it to us, you know? I don't mind doing that. And if somebody sees my video and they say, you're wrong, well, okay, maybe we can fix it then. So, let's see, where should I go first? Looking at my clock there I mean, is this still nighttime? No? So if I go back out this other way, well, I'll let you worry about that one, Wacko. I initially just started off putting the signs around my own base here. But I think the farms, they're going to end up in the tour videos, especially the ones that I helped build or built, just so people know what we have. I definitely want signs on those things. So this little elevator I just took takes me up to the top of my castle from way underground. And you can see the rest of the villages. The question is, where should we go first? I think we'll just go over to the hub and go from there. Aha, this portal. I wish I could build like this. Maybe someday. So what we'll do is somewhere on this portal it needs a sign. I need to give credit to the designer of this portal. Where's a good place for the sign? Maybe right here. Just over on the side, maybe. You got this portal, somebody comes through the gate and they see the sign. Oh, look, this portal was made by. I gotta look at my list. Let's see. I know who it is, but I just want to copy the name because I hate trying to remember the exact usernames. I think it's at the top of my list here. Yep, this guy right here. Now, the pronunciation of this guy, I'm probably going to mess it up. I don't mean to, but I think it's Mikatek, Mikatekt, Mick. It could be Mitch, but I think it's Mick, like a German for Mike. So Mikatek or Mikatek, something like that. In the grass, huh? Just plop out a sign like right there. Just be like, hey, this thing is made by. It's one idea for sure. I don't know. I kind of like to put them on the buildings. So I think I'm just going to go with it on the building if that's all right. Let's see. Oh, so much of this needs to be worked on. Hey, little bunny. Because I initially just put this wall right around it to keep the pigmen from coming into the area. But there's probably other things we could do with it. Let me move on into this portal. Now this should be interesting. I didn't bring my gold helmet with me, so hopefully we don't have any spawnable areas in here. I may have to fight. Step on into the nether. Now this nether hub is kind of makeshift. And I always had intentions to rebuild it better, but that's for another day. Alright, so we got Big Chris this way. We got the Mushroom Stronghold and the Raid Farm. Raid Farm, that's one wacko I don't have on my list. I didn't know who to give credit to for the Raid Farm either. Oh, I got a gold helmet I could grab. Let's see. While I'm at it, I'm going to add The one by Larry's probably. So I'm gonna add something else to my list here. I need to add the iron farm that's at your place. I'm just gonna call it Iron Farm. Then there'll be some credits. And you had mentioned that the design was mostly silent on that one. But yeah, I'm asking about the raid farm by Larry's, like if you know who inspired that one or not. Oh yeah, that's cool. And that guy makes a lot of good farms, doesn't he? There's a lot of good stuff on his channel. So let's see. So there's that one. All right, so both raid farms are by Silent, and the Iron Farm by Silent, and I'm trying to think of something else. Oh, the Gold Farm. Like, who designed that one? Was that Silent as well, or someone else? So I'm going through my list trying to find his exact username here. Where is it? Silent, where are you? There it is. Silent Whisperer. So the Iron Farm, Gold Farm, and the Raid Farms. Okay. I imagine, Wacko, you're trying to look that up and figure out where the Gold Farm came from. Hopefully. If you're not too busy. Okay, so we're in this somewhat nether hub. And I'll go this way just to start, because we got Larry's base that way, and we've got the mushroom farm and the raid farm. Both I can get to from the nether, so that would be the stronghold. Who's this? That's Wacko's Woodland Mansion. Uh, that's Big Chris's base that way. This is the raid farm. It's this way, I think, toward Chris's base. We'll go this way. Faster, faster. Aha. I bet this is the raid farm. Teleport. Yep, and there it is. Signs, signs. Everywhere there's signs. Where is a good place to put this? I'm guessing just like right here at the entrance. How about that? Designed by Silent Whisper. Yeah, that's cool. You're gonna do it tomorrow? Too bad I work tomorrow. But I could definitely watch if you stream. Trying to find some time while working. That'd be cool. Yeah, maybe I could even sneak away from work for a minute. Monday afternoons are usually pretty relaxed. Man, that's a tall farm. I can kind of see where the original raid tower was right here. Then it just goes way up there. Such a strange farm, but it works. I wonder if anybody left any loot. Oh yeah, that'd be cool too. Um, maybe send Larry a message and he can watch as well. He has time. He's probably pretty interested as well. But you know what? I just remembered Larry told me to get these saddles while I was over here. Put them in my saddle barrel. So I guess I will. Not that I will need them. It was either that or he was gonna throw them away. So I was like, okay. I've got a I've got a barrel for those. So I don't know I don't know what to do with these, but I'm gonna have to think about that. It's getting dark. Might as well sleep so we can see. Back that way over that hill is where Larry's base is at. If anybody wants to know. Head back into the nether. Alright. So Chris's base is that way, so we're gonna go this way. Back to the main hallway. I'll do some sprint jumping here. Get down the hallway. Alright, so back that way is the hub. That's Larry's base. I think the mushroom farm that I built is down this way. If I remember right. It's been a while. It's definitely been a while. And then Larry like redid these hallways. All this nether brick. It's pretty cool. Oh yeah, here we go. The mushroom farm, beef leather. Yeah, I'm still trying to plan out how I'm gonna do a world tour video for my main YouTube channel. And just doing this, walking around putting signs on all these machines and farms, it's taken so long. Like a tour video, I just don't know how to put all that into a video, you know, and try and keep it at a decent time, like an hour maybe, or less. It's probably gonna have a lot of jump cuts. And then I got to thinking maybe I'll do a world tour series instead and just make a lot of little videos. Um, you know, like here's this farm, and then here's this farm, and then yeah. So I could definitely cut out the travel, and then just do the farms. Maybe spend a few minutes at each one and just put several things in one video, and then just do a few different videos. But I don't know. I'm still new to all this, so just kind of having fun, just figuring it out, exploring this. Oh, look at them dying. They're on fire. But so this farm, there's only one part of this farm that came from a YouTuber, and the rest of this was all me. And I don't think I've even got a way to get up there. Let me climb. This is my item sorting and transportation, distribution, whatever you want to call it. But like above here, like up there is where the actual farm is at. You can kind of see it through there. And really all it is there's grass and then there's water to wash the mushrooms toward the middle when they fall through. But I gotta find a way up there without breaking the farm. So I think what I'm gonna do is go back. I mean, this is kind of a tricky one because I want to give credit to JC Plays because he did design the initial part, you know, the part that spawns the mushrooms. But then I did so much down here and just made it my own that this is really my farm. Of course, we got the shulker box loaders like we have everywhere else, and that's Dusty Dude. I could go ahead and slap a sign on those. They're back inside there, so I guess I could just put a sign back here maybe, or as you come back here looking around like, how does this work? You got these loaders here. There's some beef over here. Anybody's hungry? Got lots of steak. Lots and lots of steak. So I think right here I'll just let's see. Designed by Dusty Dude. I know, it's so much meat. So you got the shulker loaders. Obviously these guys die, and the meat goes up the elevator back there, gets sorted into the right one, gets loaded into boxes. So we got all these boxes full of leather. And then over here, got boxes with beef. More than anybody will ever need. Hey, we might be. I mean, everything's bigger in Texas, right? Uh-oh, we have a visitor. I mean, he was spawned by that portal over there. I just kind of give him a little nudge. He's going to come over here and pathfind to that egg right there. Just give him a moment. He's going to pathfind to that. Nope, nope, don't go this way. You want to go that way. Get over there. Yeah, see that egg over there? Go get it. Go get the egg. Go on. Bye-bye. See you later. And he falls to his death. This farm's built way up in the air, for those that don't know. That's a mushroom island down there. And so I just built this up in the sky. That way, we're far away from the island, so nothing can spawn down there. But the game wants to spawn mushrooms, right? So it spawns them up on top of here. Let's see if I have enough scaffolding I can climb up here. A few more. I don't want to go too high up there. All right, let's climb up here and see. The mushroom farm in the sky. All the way to the top. And there's one going down the hole right now. Down the drain he goes. Let's crawl up here. So this is the part that JC Plays designed. Not the red glass, but everything else. Like, you've got the spawning pad up here with the mycelium. It's got the holes with the trapdoors. He even told you exactly where to put the torches so that there was enough light at night to spawn these guys, because apparently they don't spawn at night. I know, but and I might have even went a little higher than he said too. I don't know. I was like, let's just get it up here out of the way. But so I went ahead and looks like I plugged a broken glass block right there with the mushroom block. So this part up here really is his. So I could put a sign up here, and if I do a tour, I'm probably gonna have to just do a cut and then just appear right up here and say, and this is our mushroom farm. And it was made by JC Plays. Like, I don't even think I need a sign. I'm just gonna end up telling people who built this, who designed it. I may have lost some of those. Oh well. It's not like I don't have enough. Oh, actually, I got the whole stack back. Look at that. Isn't that special? All right. So I guess somewhere in here, I will, let's see, people will be coming over here to get stuff. So if I put the sign like right here, that'd be good, right? So I can just say the, maybe the spawning part. I can give him some credit down here. Let me look at my list here. Where's my farm at? As far as building it too high, Wacko, like he plays on Bedrock, I think, JC. So I could see that he does need to think about the spawning distance from, is only the simulation distance, which was I think 64 blocks or something on Bedrock. So you just need to be 64 blocks away from the ground. But I'm pretty sure his video was like, go up 120. You know what? He might play on Java, or might have back when he made the farm initially. I think he's played on that Truly Bedrock series with Silent, maybe. I haven't really watched those shows. One of his other builds starts off at level 250. Wow. I wonder if there's something specific about that kind of farm that needs to be up where it's cold or something. Or he just wants to make absolutely sure they build it high enough to where they don't come back into his comments saying, this doesn't work, because they built it too close to land where everything is spawning. Who knows? I don't know. I know he's got a lot of decent designs that are really cheap and easy to build. His creeper farm? Yeah. Yeah, it don't need to be that high. That's for sure. Okay, let's see, where was I? This is the mushroom farm. So I can say this one, the spawner design was JC Plays. Then, like, there's too much to fit on this one sign, really. I'll just talk about it in the video. But, like, Wacko built the Trident Killer that was in here initially. Carl and I built the spawner that JC designed. And then the shulker loaders were by Dusty Dude. And of course, the whole building was built by me, Darkwing Dave. So it's just too much to fit on one sign. A lectern with a book. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any on me, but it could be more of a long-term idea. I just want something that's right there, so when I'm doing the video, I can come in and say, and this is the mushroom farm. The spawner up top was designed by JC Plays. Check him out. Everything else was done, just so on and so forth, that kind of thing. These signs are really for me to help myself, but also if I just happen to come through here and I'm making a video and somebody sees that, then, they know who designed the farm up top. If they go check out the video, they're going to see the difference between his farm and mine, like right away. So really, it doesn't need much explanation. But Larry was lighting up that down there. Just remembered that. He was going to make an area to where he could spawn mushrooms even when it was dark. He had a trident with, what's that enchantment? It's the one that throws lightning bolts. I forgot the name of that enchantment. But he was trying to get himself a brown mushroom. He eventually did. I went over there for a little bit with him and I got one myself. Get out of the portal. That just goes to the island. The other island, I guess. That's actually probably where he has his fence set up for his mushrooms. And that direction goes out to his jungle. Larry has a jungle way the heck out there. Man, I am so surprised. After that update, we had the fire spread was turned back on after that last update. And I'm just surprised nobody came in here and was in this area while fire spread was on. Because had it have been, all this wood would be gone. I mean, it would just burned up. Man, that would have been upsetting probably to him if all his wooden tunnel burned. Things you can't do in normal Minecraft. But since we have fire spread turned off, you can. I tried to get Chris, Big Chris, to do that on his realm. Because all the lightning keeps striking and it's eventually going to burn somebody's village down or it's going to burn my trees down or something over there on his realm. And I was like, you should turn off the fire spread. Nobody likes it. Nobody wants it. Just turn it off. But he's just like, no, I don't want to turn it off. That's all good. It's his realm. He can do what he wants. But stronghold, I don't need to go there. There's no farms there. Well, unless I go to the end, actually. I need to put a sign on the shulker farm. The shulker farm is Silent Whisperer, right? I believe. Yeah, I looked at my YouTube history and found a farm that looks just like it, and it was Silent, so I am pretty sure that that's who made that one. We're gonna put a pumpkin on our head. And I think my last spawn was at the raid farm, so I'm gonna set my spawn here. I don't know. Is the video freezing for anybody? I got 3 viewers here. Maybe somebody else can let us know if the video's freezing. I mean, my stream preview just moving right along. I've got a browser open on Twitch and it looks normal to me, but I don't know. To be honest, I think my computer is having some issues anyway. There may be a new computer in my near future. It's doing some really odd stuff. Could be video card related or it could be motherboard. Some really strange things are happening. I'm surprised I was able to stream this long without my computer crashing on me, so it's just one of those things. Technical difficulties. Oh, if it looks frozen, it's because I'm just standing here right now, by the way. I'm just not doing anything. But that's probably a bad time to say, hey, is my video frozen? And I'm just standing here, not doing anything. How crazy is that, right? Probably gonna go through. We'll see what happens here. Hopefully I don't. Is there a ender chest in? There is, right here. Do I have an empty box in here? I don't think I do. I can make one. Probably should, since I didn't bring one with me. Let's get the shulker kit out real quick and make. Oh boy. Just gonna make a shulker box so I can put some of this stuff in it here. Is that it? Let's see. I think I put one in here. I know Missy was watching a while ago. I don't know if she could let us know if the stream has been freezing for her or not. At least you can see again, Wacko. That's good. All right. Grab both these boxes. Put my shulker kit away. I got all the saddles in that little box there. All right, here we go. It was frozen looking at the wood in the nether. Okay. I don't know. I'll have to watch watch the replay back later and see if it froze on me or not. All right. So here we are, the big scary end. Bye, Enderman. See ya. He just walked right off the edge. You know, these guys just waiting for me to greet me, welcome me to the end. I feel like there's so much we could do here, to be honest. Just out here in general, out there in the void. Build like a big spacecraft or something out there in space. You know, I don't always carry ender pearls anymore. But luckily, this time, I've got a few. Please don't die, please don't die. I can see space. Alright, so let me grab me a minecart here out of the box so we can take a ride. I don't know if they can see it this way or not, but there we go. There I am riding the minecart, a la void, all the way to the shulker farm. It's the safest way to get there, I suppose. Most of the time I fly, but this time I thought I would just ride the cart, because, well, why not? All this glass with no borders on it, man, it makes it even more creepy. It was, wasn't it? Like, all the carts, the shulker farm, lots of fun, lots of craziness, lots of death, maybe. I don't remember. I know we had to go in there to get the shulkers out of that city and then bring them over here, put them in this place. Let me get a sign out, some dye. All right. So, was I right earlier? I think this is a Silent Whisper farm. I do believe. Let me take this pumpkin off my head for now, so we can really see this thing. It's still working. Still chugging along. This is good. It's got a few shells in it. Question is, good place for a sign. Uh, is this a spot? I think that's a spot right there. I jumped into it. Yeah. Can I put a sign there? They won't teleport to the sign, will they? That'd be bad. If they teleported on top of the sign or something. I doubt they can though. Silence farm for sure, okay. Let's see, I'm gonna find it in my list so I can copy and paste his name here. Shulker Farm, designed by Silent Whisper. Built by Wacko Relic and Darkwing Dave. There you go. Designed by Silent Whisper. I'm like looking to see if there's glass over here so I can lean up against the edge. Like, man, I'm gonna walk off into this void. Why is there a redstone torch out there? I'm just gonna leave it. uh, I hear you, Wack. I'm gonna ride the cart all the way here and get out of the cart and be like, oh, Shulker Farm designed by Silent Whisperer. Okay. Oh, the Enderman. It ran right in front of me and I don't have a pumpkin on my head. That's how you do it. Alright. I think I've had enough of the end already. I'm ready to go home. I want to go home. Back to where it's safe. I don't think I need more. Well, I do have an ender chest on me in case. I was about to grab more ender pearls. I was thinking maybe I should have more just in case, but I got enough to get back through the portal. No problems. Alright, let's ride all the way back over to the portal. I hope they update the end at some point. I just can't imagine how far out we're going to have to fly to find new territory if they do. Because I know that people have been... Oh man, I'm getting a little bit of minecart lag here. A little bit choppy. But yeah, there's rumors that they might be updating it pretty soon. I think it'd be cool. They should add some more stuff to it. It's been a while since they did anyway. I mean, it's pretty barren. You got the cities, there's Endermen everywhere, and you got these flowers. It's chorus fruit flowers that people hardly ever use. I mean, you do have to go here to get your wings, but I don't know. I think they could do something more with it. There's definitely plenty of room. Can't believe I've been streaming almost 3 hours doing this, and I'm not done. I haven't had dinner yet. I probably should have done that first, but it was so long ago. Let's see, did I need to put the cart back? No, it went back automatically. Duh. Climb back up here. Frozen loading on your side again. How odd. Yeah, I'm watching my stream replay here, or preview, and I can see myself riding the cart, going up to the portal there. Go on through. Hopefully it's okay. If my stream's freezing up on anybody, I'm sorry. I mean, I have really good internet, so it'd have to be the computer maybe, or maybe something between me and you. Just like when PlayStation Party takes a long time to load between us. Back in there. Alright, I'll donate some ender pearls to the box. Put my helmet back on. Back through the portal I go. Generating world, building terrain. Well, well, well. I wonder, maybe I should call this a day. I've done a lot. The stream's coming up on 3 hours. Maybe I should take a break, get some dinner. I do have to work tomorrow, and it's already 10 p.m. where I'm at. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do I have time for one more farm? I don't know. Let's see, what do we got here? The witch farm, the wolf farm, the froglight farm, Charlie's place, guardian farm. Hey, is that guardian farm? Is that silent whisperers farm, Echo? Because I was looking today and I saw one just like it on his channel, but he had nether portals, like for an optional send all the guardians to the nether to have a killer kind of thing. And I was just imagining that you just left that out. But I don't know. I'll eventually put a sign on it if we can figure out whose farm it was. It's over here. Little Chris's base. Back around here. I did the raid farm and the mushroom farm. So I guess this is the hall I'd want to go down. I think I'll just run down the hall. We'll do one more. Then I'll call it a night. Maybe we can stretch this stream to the actual 3 hours. We're at like 2 hours and 46 minutes right now. So another 15 minutes, it'll be good. The witch farm. I think that was JC Plays that initially designed the witch farm. Could you hear me, even though the screen was frozen? This is the wool farm, if you can't tell. All this wool entrance was courtesy of Larry, I believe. Oh, you couldn't hear me either. Wow. Well, bummer. I guess that's how streaming goes sometimes, huh? You'll have to wait for the actual World Tour series. Watch it on YouTube. So here we are at the wool farm. Hey, I wondered where that cat went to. Let's see. So the part that I really want to put a sign on is going to be the part that came from a YouTuber. So this part up here was was built by or designed by Silent Whisper as well, but then I modified it as I do. So now it's got all these hoppers that actually fill up the dispensers with shears. You can see all the sheep in here. They're still here. This is good. They did not die. These were left empty intentionally. I thought if I needed extra colors, I could put more sheep in, but this thing generates so much wool that I don't really need any extras. So I guess what I'll do is I'll put the sign. A lot of people will probably find this place from coming like outdoor. If they're out here, they're like, oh, what is this? So if you come in the door and you walk this way, so wool is downstairs. Maybe put the sign like right there. I don't know. This place is not the prettiest place. It's pretty rough. Sign. Let's see. Sheep. Sheep farm designed by Silent Whisperer. Boom. And now he has credit. Go down. Climb. Froze again on you, huh? Okay. All right, man. Well, I still see on my side. So that's the wool farm. For anybody that's still watching, we've got shulker loaders that are here. So all the wool gets snipped from the sheep upstairs and it makes its way through these sorters. The item sorters up there then put the items down into the shulker loaders. And the shulker loaders then obviously load the wool into the shulker boxes. That's an empty box. Somebody must have come through here and emptied it and left the box. So we've got it's got some wool ready to go. All right. So I think that I think it's gonna be good for me tonight. I'm gonna go back to the base. Just gonna head back, put those saddles away. I may run around and put signs on the rest of this stuff off camera at some point. But I don't know, about 3 hours on stream and I'm spent. I'm done. So just head back onto the base, back through here to the other hub and I wonder if stream starts freezing more for you, Wacko, when I'm going through these portals. I don't know. Oh, a little bit of lag there trying to take off. Come on. There we go. Fly over the city. Back toward the castle. See if I can land without dying here. Back down into the base. Into the farm. And here we are. Home sweet home. Back to the workshop where I started. Well, I appreciate everybody watching, hanging out with me tonight. It's been a lot of fun. And until next time, take care. And I'll see you later.